Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Sokka here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. And when we last left off, we added a new information center and put in a few new Chinese pangolin. And when I logged on, the first thing I did was looked at the animal trading facility, and in our storage we do have indeed 2 Arctic wolves that we are going to put down. They need about 1,100 meters squared of space. So what we'll do is we'll look and make sure that we have a grade 2 greater than 5 feet tall. Looking at the barriers here, a grade 2 fence is climbable, but it doesn't look like the wolves will climb, thankfully. We just have to make sure that this thing is about 5 feet tall. So the chain link fence will serve our purpose, and then we got to put in some cooling as well, because the Arctic wolves are not going to be happy when it's 18 degrees Celsius and higher. And one thing we have to keep in mind is that our power reaches the cooling station. So what I might do is make a path that rounds the back side here around the Chinese pangolin, and maybe over here can be the wolves. Behind the Chinese pangolin, just sort of out here to the border or the edge. And that way we can make sure that all of our cooling for the wolves are being powered. They don't require any climbing or water requirements, so no lakes or anything like that. They just need a nice big land mass. So what I will do is I will put down some chain link fencing back here. Make sure that it is indeed 7 feet tall or higher, and we'll just sort of block out an area around here. And once we get that down and make sure that it is 1,000 meters squared, we can run some paths to it and around it and be fine. So I will go ahead and lay down that chain link fence and be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, barrier is placed. We've got a 7-foot tall chain link fence, 1,200 meters squared here for the wolves, and it goes out and around and then comes back and meets up behind the Chinese pangolin. So hopefully that will be fine, and hopefully when we get a few wolves in here, they're not going to be so mad about the space. When you get a few animals in, they tend to really demand their space. So every basic square inch that we can move these fence lines to be as close to the path as possible, we'll just be gaining all of that extra square footage, or square meterage, if you will. That way we'll be sure that the wolves will be as happy as they can be. Can I control Z that? Yes, I can. Okay. So looking at our final size, 1,264 meters, that gives them a little bit of extra room. We can always move these posts around some more, get them right on the border as best we can. And we might be able to squeeze an extra 100 meters squared out of this if we go like right to the edge and give them the most possible room given the layout that we've currently got. Escape out of that, please. And there we go, 1,316 meters. So we haven't changed the pathing, but we've gotten an extra 150 meters squared out of it, and that should be fine for the wolves. We are within our power grid, as you can see, so any coolers that we put down in here to make sure that the wolves stay within their temperature range will be good. We also can power some signs up and some educational speakers around the outside. So now it's just a matter of getting the wolves in here and ready to go. They are in our animal storage space, so let's go ahead and move our male into Habitat 5, and then we'll go ahead and move our female into Habitat 5 as well, and they can live happily ever after, at least. That's what we're hoping for. So let's wait for our wolves to come on board, and I will be right back. All right, as the sun is rising, our staff are going to run in and place our Arctic wolves, and we can go ahead and get to work laying down some rock or snow, what have you, and then we'll get our cooling air conditioning in place. And there we go. We can work from here. I'm pretty sure they will need hard shelter, but we can work with that when the time comes. Yes, indeed. So we've barely got the amount of space Okay, so the amount of snow really doesn't matter. We can add some more soil. We just have to get rid of all of this long grass. So that tells me that we need to get some coolers in here. The Arctic Wolf flourishes within -12 to 16. We'll probably go -1 on the cooling facility so we can keep keep snow on the ground. That would be handy indeed. All right, heaters and coolers, we definitely need a cooler. And we don't want to get too close to the Chinese pangolin. If we drop that temperature down, that thing is going to be like in Operation Shock and Awe. It's not going to be good. All right, can we? I guess we'll just have to see the bubble when we get there. So we'll set it for -1. And we'll let that temperature drop, and then we'll see what kind of reach that we have. All right, so that's starting to come into focus a little bit more. All right, we'll go ahead and move that to this corner here. And then we will go ahead and duplicate. Say over here and lower the size so that we're not... No, don't put down a second one. We want to select... No, we want to select you and lower the range. What is range 5? We'll just make sure that we are covered. All right, so there we go. Temperature is dropping. I've got a feeling we can move this guy to about right here. And we'll increase the range up to like maybe size 10. And we'll see if that drops the temperature effectively or not. I mean, the majority of this place is within the ideal temperature. So we'll just have to wait, I guess, and see if the wolves are going to, you know, use all of their space. Or do we want to duplicate this and put one, say, like right about here? And lower that range down to, say, 10 or so. Try to save some money on cooling costs, but also get the extent of the pin nice and cool. Yeah, they are kind of finicky indeed. We'll range that up to 15, maybe 14. There we go. Now the temperature's starting to creep onto the path. All right, so now the hard part. I kind of want to duplicate this thing as well and put it in this corner. That way, if they run over there, they'll be within a good temperature range. We'll just have to take a look-see here. We do have some coverage there. And this corner is getting nice and cool. All right, so for the time being, I think we've got the temperature sorted. We can put down some snow because they are not good with their habitat here. We just need to load this thing up. All right, so we will paint snow, lots and lots of snow. And just get that long grass gone. As much snow as we can handle. Then in the winter months, the wolves won't be too bad. But there we go. We just covered the whole place in snow. We'll make sure that our Chinese pangolin is fine because we kind of encroached on their area as well. Yeah, okay, so that should be fine. Yeah, it's recalculating, they're fine. We've got these coolers down, so where there is no snow, we can sort of see where they are struggling, but we did get all the grass down, so that's fine. Next, we need a hard shelter, someplace in the ideal temperature range, ideally, because we are going to want to make sure that they are within their temperature range when they are resting. That's only 20%. 35. Do they need a bigger shelter than that? I wonder if I could do something crazy and put like some elevated rocks, like say around the backside, and make them sort of a den. That might be cool. So yeah, let me go ahead and mess with the nature side, and then we'll put in some Arctic rocks above the shelter here and over, and see if we can get some sort of hard shelter using the terrain. So I will be right back. All right, hard shelter made, and indeed the ice bridge serves as a bit of a hard shelter for them. So we've sort of got an archway up and connecting to their pin. Doesn't exactly look the greatest, but it serves our purposes for sure. Of course, they don't need any plants or any such things as that, and it looks like they're fine minus their enrichment. So we can do some enrichment whenever we do some research. Now all we need to do is get their food and water sorted. So we will do, well, we'll just see if we know anything for the Arctic wolf. We do know the dog ball. Sweet, so we can add that. And then we know that they have a sprinkler. So we'll go ahead and put that over here by the warm area. And uncovering that, yeah, their enrichment went up just a bit, so they're a little bit more happy, a little bit more healthy. Now let's just get them some food and water. So we'll make sure that the Arctic wolf is selected and we have a water pipe. We'll put that right over here by their pin, and then we'll do a large food tray right there in the middle. So now hopefully our zookeepers will realize that the wolves are hungry, and we'll just adjust them for 1,500 per feed. That is a lot of meat that has to get prepared for sure. The next step will of course be our education that we're going to need to do. We'll go ahead and duplicate the Chinese pangolin, move it right alongside here, change that to the Arctic wolf. And duplicate and move just out of range. Duplicate and move right along the whole outside here, so that as people are walking by, they will be able to learn all about said Arctic wolf. And I'm not sure exactly how far to go around with this education. It looks like most people are going to be walking this way. I don't want to like blow all of my money, says the guy who has $43,000, but I want to make sure that some education is there. And I think one every post is pretty valid for this particular setup. So I'll go ahead and put down a lot of speakers at each post and be right back. All right, speaker is placed at every post. Now we need our barriers here for our education board. Let's see, that would be a facility, yes indeed. And we want the habitat education stand. Let's put one right about here. And this will be African wolf, or Arctic wolf. And then we'll go ahead and put the other one down right about here. Should be easy peasy. Make sure it's facing the correct way. And we'll make sure that that is in the Arctic wolf. And now we just need some donation bins around the outside to help promote our fair wolves, to give them a good shot at life, and to fill our pocketbooks. It also wouldn't be a bad idea to put some bins around here, because if we get another restaurant, as we are trying to do, people may indeed bring their garbage. So we'll put a recycling bin next to each donation bin. And then that way we can start working on our conservation points as well, recycling rather than just garbage. All right, we'll go ahead and play that. We will wait for notifications that the research is being done. Hopefully everyone is, they're getting nice and educated. Chinese pangolin is in great shape. Wolves are running around. So here we are. Wolves are in the sunshine, shaking and all that good stuff, looking nice and stern. Kind of bored, you look like. Well, don't worry about that, Wolfie. I'll make sure that we research some more good toys for you. And hopefully our keeper will come in for some food. That's one thing that we're going to have to take a look at. All right, so the aardvark is low welfare and stressed. Why is that? Social. You're trying to hide. Well, that is easy to do if you just hid. Are you stressed because of the adult population? No. It's just you are trying to hide and not doing a very good job. Well, you can go just like right around here. What is your walk path? Can we see the animal's walk path here so we can see if they can get there or not? Tell you what, let's remove that elephant grass. And let's raise this up a bit because I think like it wasn't on the ground correctly for them. Right, if we do something like that, will they hide? It's just a matter of them trying to find out. Okay, so they're stressed. Stress is going down, it seems. Nope, low welfare stressed. Hondo and Obilati are stressed. Nice, vet research is done. What were we looking at? The Brazilian wandering spider. So let's go ahead and work on some Arctic wolf research there, Angelique. And then our Brazilian wandering spider can get a little bit better. That's the diamondback rattlesnake. And your social health, social group, too large. Okay, we can get rid of some of those. Yeah, so we haven't researched. Even though the wandering spider was done, they haven't got anything new for the enrichment level. But one thing we do have is too many wandering spiders, and that is nuts. Absolutely nuts. What is your adult population? We just need to basically see the ones with the best appeal and get out everything else. So that's a little bit of a tedious task. I will go ahead and get these spiders back to a tolerable social group and be right back. All right, spiders are taken care of, and any extras are sold here. Still have some stressed aardvarks. Hopefully, that will sort out. It looks like things are being taken care of a little bit better with that elephant grass blocking, and hopefully our wolves are starting to bring some attention. Is our wolves getting stressed? Nope. So they're fine with people looking at them, just chilling on the boards under their hard shelter. Are people really engaged? Are people donating? That is one thing. Yep, $40 there, good to see. $400 there, and very, very nice. How about here? $0 in that particular donation box, $45 for that. So the pangolin doesn't seem to be bringing in a lot of donations, but maybe the wolves are. Okay, so people aren't donating until they get around the other side. So $120 in that box. Even more money there, $195 in that box, $500 in that box. So this seems to be the good donation bin, that is for sure. And yeah, things are starting to look up. We said hi to Hawkeye, and we were waiting on our next restaurant. If memory does serve, our mechanic was researching, yes indeed, a food shop. And it looks like it is almost done if this is a progress bar. Hopefully that's a progress bar. And then hopefully we can bring a brand new food shop to the zoo. I think I'll put it maybe right here, or maybe right here across from the wolves, to bring some people down here to engage with them, which would be pretty cool indeed. All right, everything else should be good. There we go. Mechanic research done. We now have extra food shops. So what exactly did that open up? Hot Dog Squad. 5 items for Hot Dog Squad. Is there anything else that we wanted to research with our mechanic while we were here? Maybe a souvenir shop. There's only 2 levels of souvenir shop there. So if we move Brendan to the souvenir shop, just a memento and hat's fantastic. All right, so without further ado, let us bring in some brand new food facilities for our guests. Let's go food stalls, and there we go, Hot Dog Squad. All right, so Hot Dog Squad is going to pop right here on the corner. Let's give them a bit of a queue so that they can line up here. And go ahead and play. Does that come with a vendor? Yes, it does indeed. So a brand new vendor hired. But, what are you doing? Get back to Hot Dog Squad. Get to Hot Dog Squad, please. Get in there. Don't just hang around. The shop needs to be open. No power. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so that's a little bit of a thing. We can move Hot Dog Squad over here. That would certainly not be out of the ordinary. Fine. Hot Dog Squad, you now live right there. Now you've got power. No vendor? Let us assist with that, shall we? Where did our vendor wander off to? Oh, vendor. Calling all vendors. Where you be? Need a vendor. Vendor, vendor, vendor. Where are you? Put some pep in your step. All right, how's about this? Wait, are you a vendor? No, you're a guest. We're so desperate for hot dogs, the guests are going to start manning the desk. No. All right, we need our staff. Do we have a vendor not doing anything? You are commuting. Well, how about Nelly? Oh, well, that was training. So Nelly's going to be trained. That's fine. Katarine, let's pick you up and move you to Hot Dog Squad. Now, in you go. Stop idling. Heading to a staff room. Are you tired? Yeah, you're pretty tired. Crap. I grabbed a staff member who must have been going on break. Well, crap on a cracker. What's going on here? All right, the bongo is stressed. Why are you stressed? Trying to hide. Now, you want to hide for some strange reason. You were fine with it before. Is it because the zookeeper is in your pen? Oh, that's timely. Fresh out of the butt. Yeah, so it's like now there is a lot of people around, and now you're starting to get stressed. All right, so what we can do is we might be able to put down some more elephant grass for you. Let's go Zoopedia. And you live in the African tropical biome. Let's see what we got here. All African tropical. All right, can we put down some bushes? We need like some coverage here. Nope, those are trees where the wild fern goes. Can't put down any curtains. Tell you what, how about this? We'll put down some apple trees in front of your pen. Maybe you can hide out there. How does that go? We'll see. Are you able to hide? Yeah, looks like you're able to hide there in the tree. That's good. But then you just keep running to the fence. But now you're not stressed anymore. I don't know, man. That stress is a tricky thing. But everything is fine now, it seems. Your stress is going up. Maybe it's because you know you do have a place to hide if you need it. That could be a thing. A hot dog squad is now open, and indeed, hot dog squad is going to work. And we're already starting to serve some people. Good job, Margot Lima. And more offspring for the bongo. So as our bongo population increases, we can sort of rotate them out. Cute little bongo. Nice, 1,650 appeal. That's very, very good indeed. Making money. And we've lost our marketing budget. So why not? We'll get back in our marketing budget. And we will say, let's see, a decisive appeal, high impact marketing. We'll begin some comedy TV shows there. Start really giving the zoo some appeal. All right, so looks like we're pretty set and okay. Happy looking bongos. That was delicious, so they're happy with the food. $40 in that donation bin. Looks like people are embracing our Arctic wolves who are just chilling out here. We have to get them some more enrichment, but that is on the way. And yeah, all of our animals are happy. We cleaned out that pen. How is our Diamondbacks? Yeah, so the layout, we just need a little bit more knowledge of some enrichment for our exhibits here to fully grow. We got our bongos. Ooh, tickets are underpriced. Well, I can fix that. It's now $10 a ticket and $7 per child. How about that? So now we'll start to make a little bit more money per ticket sold. We've got 615 people in our zoo so far. And right now, everything is looking good. Are you happy with the view of the wolf? Took too long to get served at Gulpy Soda 6. Okay, so you need some refreshment. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to place another drink facility nearby. Let's go drink stall and the Planet Zoo drink shop. There you go. So just in case people are thirsty, they can come over here next to Hot Dog Squad and grab a drink. And then people are already wanting that. Yeah, Gulpy Soda 6 is really busy. Well, guess what? We got you, Battle. Brand new Gulpy Soda right here, and the line is starting to grow. And hey, the Arctic wolves are getting pretty friendly. So we're going to have a little cub pretty soon. Cute little wolves. Don't eat anybody, please. We have to make sure that they're happy. We don't want them being velociraptors. Hey, in a few months, due July year 6. 2 months is nuts. So in the next episode, we will have ourselves a baby wolf, which is really, really cool. And we'll see what else we can do to bring in some money, bring in some people. And already, it looks like a lot of thirsty people. And I don't mean that like they're, I mean like Gulpy Sodas are pretty busy. That is for sure. So another drink shop certainly was not out of the question. We can get a souvenir shop, tuck it in right over here. And then hopefully people can spend that money as well. So things are looking good so far, continuing on. And hopefully, you know, the wolves are okay, taking a big old poop. And it's sort of, oh, yeah, just kick it aside. How's their nutrition? I mean, hopefully our zookeepers will feed them pretty soon. I do want to see how packed our keeper huts are for preparation. All right, 0 out of 6 people are preparing food there. And 0 out of 1 are preparing food there. So plenty of opportunity to prepare food. How about our resting facility? 0 out of 4, 1 out of 4 are resting. And then we've got this big one here, 4 out of 12 are resting. Okay, so hopefully that will continue on. Oh, we must have drew a path here or something. But wolves are down, looking cool, looking pretty happy. We're researching some enrichment items for them to better their standing. And there we can add something next to the wolves. We'll pull that brick fence on around, sort of enclose this area off so people don't see the power generation. And we might squeeze in something around here, or maybe on the backside. Power only goes out to here, though. So we might do like a ring or something like that. Just make the most out of this power plant because it's providing us with a lot of things. 41 things are connected to it. So, you know, it's doing the work. It just needs to continue to power us. That is for sure. But that will do it for me and this episode of Planet Zoo, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Planet Zoo video. Take care.